Aloha, friends. Welcome to Moonday Messages. These messages come out every Moonday to help you get through the next several days, give you a synopsis of what's to come. Today, the amethyst palm stone wanted to be out, and I'm especially feeling it on the right side. So I feel like this is a forgiveness energy that's wanting to shift through the collective this week. And this can be anything from, because it's on the right side, I feel like it's outside of self. So, not necessarily a deep dive into self forgiveness, but maybe just something, thank you, Spirit. It is seeing things from a different perspective, opening your eyes to see things from other people's perspectives. And then we had this card that wanted to come through today, the affirmation card. It says, I pause and think before I react. I pause and think before I react. All right, so possibly some energy in the next several days of some triggering energy, some things that are coming up to shift. I don't feel like it's like this big purge. It doesn't feel very heavy. It just feels like it's small misunderstandings. So let's go ahead and open up and see what other messages your guides want to bring through for you for the next several days through this Moonday message. All right, let's see. What messages? Oh, there we go. What messages, Spirit, do you have for this collective at this time? What do they need to know for the next few days at least to get them through? Okay. And one more. Oh, that one just flew right out. I love when they do that. Okay, let's see. So this one, okay, they wanted me to represent them like this. Yes, no, got it. Okay. All right, so let's just see what came through here. All right. Interesting energy. It's like you're coming from this space of self-love, of really like tapping into, they're telling me like connecting the ego to the highest self. Now they're not saying harmonizing, they're just saying connecting. So perhaps you've been out of tune lately. You've been in an maybe just filling into what you need for self and not necessarily listening or being open to what others may need around you. So if if you're around people all the time, there's some kind of message that's wanting to come through that they're just saying you're not quite getting because you've been so focused on self. And it's a good thing to focus on self, but they're wanting you to just open that up. So the other part is, if you are not around a lot of people, if you're not like if you spend a lot of time solo or alone, this card is telling you to get out and be around more people. I feel like this has been a call lately for many, and they're just really trying to pound it in for the next several days. It's like you've got to get out, you've got to open yourself up and come out of this space of isolation or self I think Spirit likes to test me. They give me these feelings and I can feel it in my body, but I can't express it in words. So perhaps I'll be communicating with some of you all telepathically soon and you'll just be feeling it as well. That would be awesome. Okay, we'll come back to that. And thank you. And so coming out of this energy of being so in tune with self, or so isolated with self that it's time to like come out and see what's around you and open up and be in community and really feel where other people are at on their journey is what I'm hearing. So feel, seeing things from a different perspective. And again, with this pause and rethink, it's like, think before you react is like, okay, let me just not, this triggered me. So let me just back up for a moment and tap back into my light is what they're showing me. Like take a step back, tap back into your light, and don't let it bring you down into a lower vibration. Stay in your light so that you can shift the room. So if you've ever been somewhere where you've walked in and it was just really a different vibration and you weren't really feeling it, and you get into this energy of like, okay, fine, I'll just do it. And you just stay in the energy with them. They're saying like that time is over. Like it's time for you to be in your light. It's time for you to shine. So they want you to walk into the room and shift the entire vibration. Even if it's a room full of people and there's a lot going on, and you think to yourself like, oh, it's just me. It's just, I'm one person compared to all these many that are in this energy or this vibration. And they're saying like, you've been preparing yourself for being able to go out and not let people drag you down into a lower vibration, but actually lifting them up. So get out and explore these next few days. And then if you are around people all the time, it's allowing yourself not to be pulled down into the energy that's triggering you and not getting into your mind space. I'm seeing like a lot of mind chatter where in the past you would have allowed it to spiral in your head and become something that it's not. And they're just saying to get out of that space, see it from their perspective, don't take things personally, and tap into that energy of unity and oneness, because that's where we're headed, right? That's where the collective is growing into. And then these next cards are, this came through in the new moon reading for one of the piles, but it's this energy of like being hyper focused. So whatever it is that you're growing through, working on, perhaps it's, you're working on your business and if things haven't been working out the way that you want them to, or you're studying for something and it's, you're not able to absorb the knowledge like you thought you should, or you're, working in an office and there's just a lot going on, and they're just telling you like there's this energy of hyper focused, like too much energy around completion, like getting a task done or making it happen. Like it's like this, the energy that they're giving me, it's like it's the shift that's happening now, right? From Pluto in Pisces to Pluto in Aquarius. And it's the shift of like, Aquarius is very free and open and spontaneous and just kind of lets things happen and very aloof type energy. And the energy of Pluto and Pisces is what started the Industrial Revolution. So it was very organized, very structured, very like do this, this, and that, and this is exactly how your life should be. And you know, it was XYZ, and everything was in order. And so they're showing me like just allow yourself to get out of order. Allow yourself to open up, to be spontaneous, to be free, to not do the things that you typically do on a daily basis. So maybe you've just fallen into a routine where everything just feels kind of boring, or not even necessarily boring, but just feels like stagnancy, I guess, is the energy that they're giving me. It's just like a stagnant, like it's not going anywhere, but it's also not bad. It just doesn't feel like it's moving, and I'm in this space of like I don't know what's gonna happen. And they're just saying it's because you've been hyper focused on something, like something that you've either been manifesting or, you know, wanting to come into fruition, or something that you've been working really hard on, be a project or something creative or whatever it is. It's like you've put all of this time and energy and attention into it, and you haven't come back down to taste the chocolate, to, you know, frolic in the flowers is what I'm hearing. Like it's time to just come down and play. So perhaps take a day off, you know, from your original routine and the things that you do, or maybe take a different route when you drive home from work, or instead of doing coffee in the AM, try cacao or tea, or, you know, instead of going to the same places, all, you know, like you're comfortable, you're in a comfort zone. Thank you, Spirit, for getting that out. You've gotten in this comfort zone, and it feels really good, like it's safe there, but it's time for you to evolve. It's time for you to push through. It's time for you to go into that next level. Like we just went through the new moon in Scorpio, which is the death and the rebirth. So it's like they're trying to push you along here, like to get into whatever is next to come. But in order to do that, you've got to like break your routine. You've got to not even get uncomfortable, but just do something else. Have fun, play. I don't know, do something you've never done before. Maybe like go to an art class, or I don't know, find a new park, or whatever it is. Maybe cook a new meal. Maybe you're like always eating the same stuff. So maybe experiment and cook something different and switch things up. They're just asking for like more spontaneous type energy, like where you're going to be a little bit more adventurous. You're going to, you know, not take the same routes that you always take. They want you to get off of that beaten path of comfort, of, you know, like if you always, when you go out, if you always go to the same park, it's like, okay, find a new park. Or if you always go to the same restaurant, find a new restaurant, or whatever it is that you're doing. They're telling you it's just become too much of a routine, and it's got you in this energy of comfort and hyper focused on what it is that you're creating or you're manifesting. So to get out of it, you need some spontaneity, you need some play. Go play on some swings, or I don't know, be creative, paint, do something different, do something you've never done before. That's what they're asking for. And then this energy here, this energy that they're giving me, man, look at his face. He's just so like focused, and there's just this, like, there's no fun, there's no play. It's balanced. The energy is balanced, and like everything's aligned. And so overall, like you're feeling really good. Like everything feels like it's in order. But sometimes order is messy. It's funny, I just read this book about, I'm reading this book called Chakras for Creativity. And one of the things that I read in it was like talking about when we were children and they teach you to color inside the lines. And then as you grow up, if you do anything in art, you have to undo that and you have to learn how to color outside of the lines, because that's what makes art beautiful and unique and expressive, is that you can do your own thing. You're not conforming to something. So this energy that you're in is like you've gotten in this cycle of like rinse and repeat. Like, I do this, I do that, and then I do this, and I do this, and I do that, and then I do this, and it's just wash, rinse, repeat, wash, rinse, repeat, and it's over and over and over. And they're just wanting you to break it up, do something different. If you watch a movie at home, maybe go to a theater and watch a movie at a theater. I don't know. It's like they're just wanting you to do something different. Reach out. Maybe hang out with somebody different. Maybe reach out to somebody who you connected with once and you never really took it any further. Maybe you just met someone passing by and or you talk to someone at your favorite coffee shop and like invite them to hang out. Just do something different. They're just wanting some playful, spontaneous adventure, something exciting and different, and not like the same old routine that you've gotten yourself into. It's good that you got here. Like, you needed the focus, you needed the grounding that it brought you. You kind of needed to go into this. I mean, we've all been growing through so much in the last few months. For being honest, the last several moon cycles, right? Like, it's been a lot of intense energy just in, the Gregorian calendar year 2024 alone. And it's gone fast at some points and it's gone slow at other points. And there's just been so much evolution that has happened. But because of all that, there needed to be some grounding and some structure and some focus. But right now, they're just saying it's too much. So pull back, allow yourself to play hooky, take a little break, do whatever you need to do to shift that energy. Sometimes when I'm not being spontaneous and I get into a routine and then I do like the most random thing, and it could be just like driving on a different route, like these messages start to come through and I start to open up. It's like I break the whatever matrix cycle I'm in and I open up to higher dimensions where I can receive downloads and, get into this space of just playful, fun, open, like freedom. It's all like Aquarius energy is what I'm feeling, like the just open and free and not like tied down or doing the same things. So let's see if they have any other messages. Do you have any other messages for this collective in the next several days? Ooh, okay. Apologies, it went flying. I gotta get it off the floor. All right. Whew. All right. So it's this dark and light. This balance between the two. Like without darkness, there would be no light, right? Without light, there would be no darkness. I'm sure you've heard that before somewhere. And they're just saying there's this balance, and they're wanting you to just open up and do something different and know that like get in trouble. That's really what I'm hearing. Like get into a little bit of trouble. Do something that, you know, is not your normal and just see where it takes you and be open to it. Like if you mess up, okay, that's, you know, life is full of mistakes and things happen and then we learn from them and we grow, and those are typically our best growing, our best times in evolution is like when we learn from our mistakes. So make some mistakes. Maybe you're holding back on something because you want it to be perfect and they're saying like, no, just have fun. Just think about children. Like children, get into your inner child, like playful energy, and like inner child, like early child, up until, I guess they're telling me like more like toddler energy. Like it's just playful. They're just curious about everything and they just want to like touch everything and learn everything, and everything's exciting to them, and like it doesn't matter what it is. It can be the most simple thing, and they're just wanting to, it's different, right? It's like everything that they see is different and it's fun and it's exciting, and they're just wanting you to get into that energy. So any last thoughts here that we have for for this collective for the next few days? Yeah, I'm hearing that it's just like it's okay. This is funny because this came up for me, and I kept hearing, my guides kept telling me rest. You need to rest, and I'm like, okay, but I'm not tired. I don't want to rest. Like, what am I gonna do when I rest? I'm not tired. And my husband's like, I think your guides are telling you to just not scroll, like not be on, you know, any kind of social media, not scroll, just rest without any kind of media, because that rest is going to get you into a space where you're bored. Like you feel like, ugh, I just want to scroll. But instead of picking something up and scrolling, like there's so many other things that you can do. Like you can read one of the 4 books that I'm reading right now, or like, you know, we can go for a walk, or, you know, find a new workout routine, or there's like just so many options when we stop scrolling. So perhaps this message is for me. You know, I always get something out of these readings as well. So but it's funny that I just, you know, we just went over that. We just talked about it and it just came through. So it's like, just switch things up and see what happens. Like take some risks and try some things that maybe you've never tried. Okay, this is the last one. Yeah. So everything is exactly the way that it needs to be. Everything that's happening is happening for you. And you're so focused on making it happen yourself, like, and doing things, like, whatever it may be. It's like, oh, I have to manifest this, or I have to create this. And they're just telling you, like, everything's gonna be exactly how it, like, everything is coming to fruition. Everything is gonna be exactly how it needs to be. You're going to, whatever you're working on, it's going to come through. The moment that you let go of control and you allow yourself to open up and make mistakes and be free and just be in this aloof, Aquarius, flowing type energy. So, yeah. So that is all for this moon day. I hope you all have a fabulous next few days, several days, and we'll see you next moon day. Adios.